Hello. Today we're going to work on adding a blog post to your WordPress site. The very first thing you're going to do is log into your WordPress. You will end up in the dashboard, which is where we are currently at right now. And you're going to want to go over to posts. So we're writing a blog post. So we're going to go to the post area. We're going to make a new one. So add new for this particular video. But if you wanted to edit an existing video, you would just click on the all posts and then click on the name of the one you wanted to edit. If you end up into what is called the Gutenberg editor, which is what we're looking at right now, we want to turn on our WP Bakery page builder. You may or may not have to do this step. It's easier to me if you are in this part than if you are in Gutenberg. So we just want to switch over to here. And you'll notice the very first thing it tells you to do is add a title. So we're going to put in a title. This is what's going to show up on your page that shows all of your blog posts and is going to entice people to click into the post itself. In here, you're going to put all of your content. Now, if you are using an outside program like Word or text editor or Notepad or anything else to write your content, you are going to want to copy it, but you want to paste it in a special way. If you do not, then you risk pulling junk code from the program you are using externally into this, and you can have formatting issues that'll be difficult to fix. So the best thing to do is use this toggle bar if you don't see an additional line of editing tools. And this is going to open up a function where you have this paste as text. And I always call it the T on the clipboard. When you click the T on the clipboard, it will take away any sort of coding. It'll strip all of it out and you can paste into this box. Now, the one thing to note is it's not going to pull any formatting with it. So if you need something to be bolded, bullet pointed, number list, italicized, you're going to need to manually go back in and make those changes. But for now, this is where we add our really cool blogging information. Now, there are two more important things you need to do before you save your post. Now, if you save it already, that's fine. You can always update it, but you want to add a category. A category is going to help your readers know what this topic is, and if they wanted to find additional topics of this particular category, they'd be able to click on things like COVID or Let's Talk or News, and that would take them to all your posts that you've ever written for that category. So for this, let's just choose COVID. And then the next thing is that we want to use a featured image. This featured image is what's going to show on your main blog page as your image that people see on top of or next to the name of your blog. So for this particular one, I'm just going to use an image we've already got preset in here. We'll call it legal updates. And that will end up putting our picture in. You can use any picture you want. I typically try to use this 600 by 400 pixels wide if I'm using a slightly more vertical layout. You could use a more boxed layout if you prefer, do 600 by 600, but this one for this particular site works really well for me. And one more thing that I like is if you have these sidebar options, and not all templates have this, but if yours does, typically I disable the sidebar. We usually don't set them up. It's kind of an older style. Some websites are using them, but if yours does not have sidebars, go ahead and disable this. And then all you've got to do is go back up to the top and hit publish. If you want to make changes, you make your changes and then hit update and you are good to go on that. There are two more things that I think are important. If you have Yoast SEO put into your site, you're going to want to put a keyword in. So legal updates for COVID. And then you'll want to potentially change up the SEO title. So you'll see here, this is a snapshot of what it looks like when people do a Google search. So this is my title from Montalvo Management, which is an HR company. If you need HR services, check them out. And so you can change what's going to show up. So this is my awesome HR company for all my HR needs. Exclamation. Okay, don't put an exclamation. If you need to split up some things, put a hyphen, Montalvo Management. Now, if this hits red, you've put in too much text. And we also can't type. So for this, we would take some words out. We want to keep it in the green. And then you want to put in a description. This is my description that will show on Google. That will show on Google. Whatever. You get the points. And then you can hit update and it'll update all of that information. The other thing that you'll want to do is after you've gone through all this is in your media library, we want to make sure we always have an alt text to associate. It'll help you keep your site ADA compliant. So you'll want to go in here. HR trends is what this one is talking about. These are legal updates. But we just want to make sure we always have an alternate text to keep your site in compliance so that you don't run into issues. If you have any questions, let me know and we will talk to you soon. Bye.